So everybody, welcome to a very special edition of our Drive Time video calls today. And I couldn't be more delighted to welcome Mira Erdef to the show. Mira, how are you doing? It's a pleasure to have you here.
First of all, thank you so much. And I'm doing really well. Hope you're doing well in the lockdown as well.
Yes, we're coping over here. Desperate to get back out on track, aren't we? But no, we are certainly coping. Now, look, Mira, last season you raced in the Formula 4 Southeast Asia Championship, didn't you? Which is fantastic, actually, I've got to say. So what I really want to do is find out about your journey in motorsport over in India, because as we know, the UK motorsport scene is very strong from club level all the way through, even to Formula 1, as we know. Most of the teams are based in the UK, of course, but it's not necessarily the case in India. It must be a slightly different pathway. So I saw you doing a speech. You did a talk somewhere and you used the quote, "Once you have raced, you never forget it and you never get over it." And I've got to say that is a fantastic quote. I absolutely love it. So my question to you, Mira, is what initially sparked that love of motorsport for you?
So just talking about when I started, I was 9 years old. So in 2009, my dad started a go-karting track in my hometown, and I would just, I would be a small girl driving with my brothers. But it just happened that I was better than my brothers in driving, and my dad could see it. So once he saw that, he asked me if I wanted to get into motorsports and take it, seriously and do it professionally. Obviously, I was just really happy because the whole thing was that I was really passionate about cars and speed, and I would, spend most of the time on the race, on our track, other than just playing around. So I was really excited. I went to see one of the national races happening in the country, and that's when I saw that it's a male dominated sport, be it in my country or overall in the world. And that was something that motivated me, that I want to get into the sport and just continue my journey as a racer, and change the whole scenario of the motorsports fraternity in India, and see if I can bring more girls into the sport. And that's how I got into it. I started with go-karts. I drove and raced professionally in the go-karts for 6 years, and after that, I have been racing in the Formula cars.
Fantastic. So that's a fantastic story, actually, the way you got started. How did your brothers take it when you were faster than them?
Well, they were super supportive. They were elder than me. They had schools and everything going on. So they were like, you know what, it's okay. We all have the love for speed, but we know that, you're better than us. So we'll continue studying and we'll continue to pursue our careers in the other way. And obviously, we are here to support you. And especially as a girl, I was really happy that in a country like India, my family and my brothers were so supportive towards me to actually go and race against the guys. So that was a huge support system for me. But when things actually went and I actually drove, it was just a different scenario for me. People would not like a girl coming on the racetrack and racing against the boys. But I just focused on being better and how I could improve and how I could find out the weak points of my competitors and how I could improve my skills. And I just focused on that. I kept getting better. And once I started winning, I think, everybody around me could realize that I'm just not a girl. I'm just a racer who is passionate about speed and who works hard. So this is this one line that I always believe in. Once the helmet is on, nobody knows if it's a girl driving or if it's a guy driving, right? Even the car doesn't know. So for the car, it's just the racer who's driving it, and only the skill and hard work matters. So that has been the main thing that I always keep in mind when I'm on the racetrack.
Fantastic. So look, when you got started, Mira, in karting, after you decided, yes, this is for me. As you mentioned before, motorsport is a very male-dominated pastime in sport, isn't it? How were you received, especially in the early days? Was there a lot of male chauvinism around? Was it a case of, oh, she's only a girl, this should be easy, or what was how well were you received, certainly in the karting circles?
Your voice got cut in the middle, so I couldn't hear the question properly.
No worries, Mira. I'll ask that again. I was just saying, in the early days of karting, when you first got involved, your first, say, year of karting, how were you received being a female in a male-dominated sport?
Well, for me, I was just a little girl, so I never really, knew how people would treat me as a girl or as a person who was really passionate about speed. I would be just happy to be able to go on the racetrack and drive cars at such high speeds. So being a female never really mattered to me because I was
Brilliant.
just out there racing up against my competitors. Be it was a girl or a guy, it never really mattered. So I was just, like really strong-headed that I want to go out there and perform and never let the gender come and play its role.
Fantastic. That's what I like to hear. Now, in 2011, things really started to take off for you, didn't they? You won the award for Most Improved Driver that particular year. How did that open doors for you into other Formula and moving forward in your career?
Well, just, I was just really happy that people could recognize me and I got the award for the most improved driver during that time. And I could, it was just a boost to my confidence and belief in myself that I can actually drive faster and I can actually drive much more better than my competitors. So it was just a good push for me. And after that, I just continued to work hard on my skills. That's when I realized that, even though being a girl and even though I didn't really care about the gender, but somewhere I knew that my fitness always lacked. So be getting the most improved driver of the actually, get better in every aspect, which would affect in my racing. And I just got better in every aspect, be it fitness, mentally, or driving skills. So it was just a good motivation for me. And after that, things have been much more better. I have been able to understand the car much more. I have been able to learn more and perform much better.
Fantastic. That's really good. Now, I'm interested to find out, Mira, about the Indian motorsport pathway. Like I said, in the UK, the people watching this, obviously based in the UK, we know it's very strong over here. You've got karting, then you can go into junior formula, and you've got plenty of routes you can go. You can either go into sort of tin tops and saloon car racing or single seaters. You're obviously going down the single seater route. Is there such a wide pathway for motorsport in India, or is it kind of one route? This is the way that you go. Can you branch off into different areas quite easily?
Well, yes, luckily now if I say the current situation in India, we have a lot of ways to actually go and be a part of motorsports. Starting off with go-karts, we have the basic grassroots level championships happening, then the international races, and then we go the Formula cars. Other than the Formula cars, we have saloon cars as well. There are two categories in that. And other than that, we have bike racing, and then we have rallying happening all around the country, and autocross. So like even gymkhanas that the Indian organization has started. So I think we have a vast field of motorsports branches that we are open to now in India, and I'm really happy to see the change in the past few years. And I really hope that we can grow much more as a country and get better at the sport.
Well, I can already tell, Mira, your influence on the motorsports certainly is having an impact over in India, which is fantastic. Now, I know your long-term
goal. Your voice
goal
is again. I'm not able to hear your
is
voice.
it going? Can you hear me now, Mira?
Yes.
Can you hear me now? Fantastic. It's probably because I'm moving around so much. I'll sit still.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
We were just talking obviously about the pathway in Indian motorsport. Now, I know for you, the long-term goal is Formula One. Is that right for me to say?
Yes, yes, totally.
Fantastic. And I know recently women in motorsport is growing, isn't it? We've just had the W Series as well. We had the first season of that. Is that something you're looking to get into?
Yes, I was a part of the W Series selection last year, the first season. I was in the top 50, obviously, knowing that there were so many other girls from all around the world obviously they have much more exposure than me to the cars and to the weather conditions. And just being able to be a part of them and learning was a great experience for me. But that is the target. I'm also planning to actually go international this year. I would have been already racing internationally this year if the coronavirus situation wouldn't have happened. But yes, I'm looking at Formula 4s and doing a few F3 testings as well, so that next year I can, be able to go out there and at least give my best to be a part of W Series. And if not W Series, obviously the goal after that is Formula 3. So yeah, that's the current goal that I have in my mind.
So we'll see you racing in the UK soon, Mira. Is that's what we want
Hopefully,
to see?
yes.
We want to see you
Yes,
over here.
I actually want to come out there and drive in the UK because it's one of the most biggest exposures that I might get when I'm racing in the UK, and yeah, so hopefully I can make it there as soon as possible.
Definitely. When you do, we'll certainly come and see you as well. It would be an absolute pleasure. Now, look, let's get back to the Indian motorsport scene a little bit, shall we? Now, in Formula One, as we mentioned, that is a goal for you. We have seen Narain Karthikeyan and Karun Chandhok, who I actually know from motorsport days. Have they had a bit of an influence on your career? Have you seen Indian race drivers and thought, yes, this is where I want to be?
Of course, there are so many drivers who are actually out there in the international level racing currently. But Karun Chandhok and Narain Karthikeyan has been one of the inspirations that I would say in the Indian motorsports fraternity, and we always look up to them. I have personally met them, and I have got to learn so much from them. So yeah, obviously they are one of the ones that I really want to pursue and just go ahead and follow them. So yeah, they have actually been, a part of Indian motorsports, and they have influenced so many of us, and inspired so many of us to get better and go internationally and race.
Fantastic, and the barriers are certainly breaking down, aren't they? The higher up the pyramid, the motorsport pyramid you go, certainly for female racers as well. We are seeing a lot of coverage. We've seen the W Series, that type of thing. Certainly in the UK, we heavily support that. We've got women in motorsport over here as well. Are you finding that there's still plenty of support in India for female racers?
I would say when I started racing, obviously it was quite difficult for the people because as a country in India, people are not so used to girls doing things in the male-dominated sports. But I have seen the whole change that has happened towards female racers in the last 10 years that I have been racing. And I have got a lot of support from be it the motorsports fraternity or just the normal people in the country. And obviously the media has played a huge role in helping me promote myself as a racer and bring and train many more female racers to be a motorsports fraternity. So yeah, now I can see that we are lucky enough to get a little bit more better support when it comes to female racers in the country.
Brilliant. That's fantastic, and that will mean more over perhaps in the European circuit. Globally as well, and that's what we want, really, isn't it? For me, I'm not good enough to be a race driver at all. That's why I'm in front of the camera, not behind the wheel. As some of the club racers in the UK will tell you, don't put me behind the wheel because I won't make it. But to us, certainly over here, it doesn't matter, male or female. We don't really care. We just want to see some racing action, and you're incredibly talented, Mira. So let's find out more about you then, Mira. You've obviously raced a lot of race circuits in your short career, I suppose, so far. You're still very young, of course. So you've got a bright future ahead of you. Where would you say has been the favourite place that you've actually raced at?
So I haven't been able to go internationally and race out of Asia. So I would say, just talking about the racetracks that I've driven on, one of my favorite circuits that I've driven on is the Malaysian Sepang circuit, because that was where I actually got my first ever international podium in the Formula 4 cars. So yeah, that is one of my favorite ones that I've driven until now.
And no, I've driven that on the PlayStation. I've never actually driven it. So let me ask you this, Mira. I love asking this question. I ask everybody this question because it's just a bit of fun. So you and I were at Sepang. So we're over in Malaysia, and there's a garage. There's an empty garage, okay? And I say to you, Mira, in that garage, I can make any car appear. It can be past, present, road car, race car, anything. You've got the world is your oyster. What are you taking out onto the Sepang circuit for 10 laps?
So since I was a little kid, my dream has always been, to drive a Mini Cooper.
Wow.
We don't
Okay.
really find many of them in India, but I've always known that it's a small car, but it's super powerful. So it's just like I can relate to it very much as a kid. And once I drive that car, after that, I think I'll have a better goal. And until now, I've driven a lot of cars. So one of my dream cars right now is still gonna be Mini Cooper that I want to drive on the racetrack and push it to its limits.
I'll tell you what, Mira, when you come over to the UK, we can arrange that for you. There's plenty of mini series over here that we can sort out for you. Most people say a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or an old school F1 car or something. Not many people say a Mini Cooper.
Well, obviously, those are the cars that I would obviously want to drive. But still, this has always been a dream of mine as a kid. So I would say that's the car that I want to drive right now.
And you know what? I love that answer. I love that. I mean, Sepang's quite wide and it's got a couple of big straights, hasn't it? So compared to your certainly your F4 car, you would probably be chomping at a bit for it to go a bit quicker. But I love that. I think that's a superb answer. I think that's a brilliant answer. I really, really do. Now, look, I won't keep you too much longer. I really do appreciate your time. We just want to find out a little bit more about you, the person. So we're in lockdown at the minute. There's not a lot we can do. We can't get out on track, which is a real shame. So what do you do outside of motorsport just to relax and just get out the zone a little bit? It's very intense motorsport, isn't it? Especially when you're trackside. Is there anything you like to do just to kind of chill out, relax, switch off, ready for the next race weekend?
So I'm usually traveling a lot around the country because I've been lucky enough to get the support that I've always been traveling between my race weekends as well. But when I get a time to just chill out and just chill, I obviously love hanging out with the family and friends because that is something that I've always, have never been able to get a chance to do that. But other than that, I obviously love going to the gym, trying to just, try different workouts. I'm an adventurous person, so just trying out different things, different types of workout at the gym is something that just makes me relax way too much. And that's something. And other than that, obviously, I love reading at times. I love just chilling around at home. And I have, just been able to find out a new hobby that I like. I have interest towards cooking as well. So let's see.
Nice.
In this lockdown, I've been able to see what all I can do. So yeah, these are the few things that I think help me chill out and relax when I'm, other than the racetrack.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. That is superb. So look, Mira, just before I do let you go, you obviously inspire a lot of Indian females to get into motorsport. I've no doubt about that. I can see from your social media channels as well. You do some great stuff on there. Is there any advice you would give to any young girls who, certainly in India, who are looking to get into motorsport? Any advice you would give to them?
I just want to say, I always say this, be it a guy or a girl. I just want to say that if you're really passionate about it, being in a country like India, you don't really have to listen to the others. Just focus on your goal, make goals step by step, and just focus on how you can get better as a racer and try to improve your skills every time you're on the racetrack. And I think once you're into it, just give it your everything and you'll be able to find out the best way to push yourself out of the comfort zone and push the car to its limits. And just don't let the fear in your mind take over you, because that is something that as a racer will bring you down. So always be confident in your driving, and I think you'll be the best at what you are.
Lovely. Do you know, I couldn't have said it better myself. I totally agree with that. And like you say, motorsport is motorsport. We love motorsport over here. Well, we love it across the world, don't we? And we just want to see people driving cars fast, regardless whether male or female. Quite frankly, we don't really care. We just We just love motorsport. We just want to see cars going quickly. Mira, it's been an absolute pleasure. For the rest of this season, what's the plan for the rest of the year? I know we're suddenly in lockdown. Things are going to try and be rearranged. Are you still hoping to get out on track this season?
Yes, totally. I have been talking to my sponsors, looking for more sponsors, because in India it's easy to race in the country, but once you go out, it's totally a different level of financial budget that we need. So I'm looking at USF course for now, and doing a few testings over there. So that's the goal. Even if I'm not due to the situation, if I'm not able to participate in the whole championship, but I'm still looking at a few races in the USA right now, because that's the best way I can learn. So yeah, that's the goal for now, for this year at least.
Fantastic. So if there are any companies watching, any of our connections who are watching, who are interested in finding out more about you or want to get in touch with you, Mira, about potential sponsorship, or just want to follow your career in general, where's the best place for them to go to find out more about yourself?
It's my social media accounts, and I believe that promoting the sport in the country and trying to attract more people towards it, I think social media is the best way to connect to people and put out the best side of motorsports, so they can obviously see me. I keep trying to interact with the people over there and try to get more sponsors in that way. So yeah, whoever wants to just see me as a person and what I do in the field of motorsports, they can obviously look at my social media accounts and they'll find the best out of me over there.
Definitely. And I will just say, Mira, as well, to any companies who are interested or are watching, your social media is fantastic as well. There is a large following, so it's certainly worth having the conversation, I think. Look, Mira, it's been such a pleasure. I've really, really enjoyed this time together. I appreciate it. As it goes, we'll cut these bits, don't worry. I was just saying, Mira, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show today. I really can't thank you for taking the time out of your schedule.
Yeah, I'm really glad that Autoguru could, make this happen for me. And I really hope that, we can have a lot more connect with the people outside the country and see how we can spread the word of motorsports all around the world. So thanks to Autoguru for making this happen for me today. And thank you so much for giving me your time. It was really fun talking to you.
It's been a pleasure, and I'd like to echo your thanks to Autoguru as well. It's a pleasure to be associated with those guys. We'll be seeing a lot more content between My Supercar and Autoguru in the future as well. So, look, Mira, we will definitely catch up again in the future. I've no doubt about that. And when you're over in the UK, I promise you, I'll get you out in a Mini Cooper. That's my promise to you.
For sure. I'll let you know whenever I'm back in the UK. I'll for sure meet you soon.
Definitely. Look, Mira, take care, stay safe, and thank you for your time.
Take care. See you. Bye.